What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Randy here, rtsmobile.com, bringing you a quick video regarding Warhammer Chaos and Conquest. First of all, happy Friday! It's Friday! Got the Friday shirt. A little cold outside, got my jacket on, but I got the Friday shirt. So what are we talking about today? Something real specific, okay? We are talking about the Flesh Hounds of Khorne. When they attack you, what do you want to do? What do you want to use to defend? What are you going to have inside your base for reinforcements, and why? Okay, so this is a real specific video, how to defend against enemies with tier 4, and more specifically, when they're using Flesh Hounds of Khorne. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, Flesh Hounds of Khorne are available. They are available for training at Keep 22, so it's a very low level, easy bar of entry to get. You get the Vortex Beasts, who you'll probably be sending with the Flesh Hounds of Khorne. Sadly for this video, I actually don't have the Flesh Hounds of Khorne yet, but I'm expecting to have them in the next week or two here. I'm just leveling up some of my rituals. Okay, so let's get right to it. What troops do you want to have inside your base? When you go to your drinking hole, what do you want inside? Well, to help with this, I've got a chart that I made calculating defensive ratios when defending against the Flesh Hounds of Khorne. So let's just jump right into it, okay? And this is available on my website, rtsmobile.com. You can find it there to review yourself, whatever you need, okay? So what I've done is I basically prioritize the units. You can see on the left-hand side, I'm sorting. I have them labeled by tier. However, all tier 4 units are not necessarily better than tier 3 units. We'll get into that in a minute. The top 5, the best 5 damage, and the best 5 toughness have been highlighted in green. Then over on the right-hand side here, you see a ranking column where I rank the units 1 through 14. So this is for keeps level 14 to 25. If you're above keep level 25, you probably don't care about defending against Bloodhounds of Khorne, Flesh Hounds of Khorne. Maybe you do, maybe not. But if you're above there, you probably have enough troop types where you'll be alright. So anyways, let's get right to it. The Chaos Chosen, their damage to kill ratio, of course, is the lowest. They have the highest damage and the highest attack stat in the game until tier 5. They are massively stronger than every other unit here for just raw damage dealt. However, when you're defending, you don't want to just consider the damage dealt. You want to consider damage taken. So they can absorb 1.19 attacks from the Flesh Hound of Khorne, which is great. Okay, and keep in mind, all of this stuff is unbuffed. These are just raw base values. So, of course, if your Chaos Chosen have, 90% damage, and your Knights have 120% damage, then maybe your Knights are going to be a little bit better. Okay? Knights are a close second. They do a little bit less damage, but their toughness is in the top 5. So, of course, we want them to be number 2. So if you have an option and somebody's going to send you, somebody has 500,000 of each of these troops, take the Chosen first, take the Knights second. So the third strongest troop to defend against Flesh Hounds of Khorne is actually the Flesh Hounds of Khorne. So the damage to kill ratio is pretty nice here. You've got the 11.82 versus the 1.65 ratio. Again, 2 stats in the top 2. So we definitely like having Flesh Hounds of Khorne to defend against Flesh Hounds of Khorne. They're very strong units. Now, the one thing to consider here is synergy. So if you're going to be stacking a lot of Chaos Chosen and Chaos Knights, you're probably going to have your Mounted Exalted Hero, which is an undivided booster, Warlord. And if you are going to have the undivided boosting and your Warlord defense bonus, Flesh Hounds of Khorne will actually drop down a couple places, and all God-specific troops will no longer be quite as valuable as the undivided, just because that Warlord bonus is so big. That 35% health, 35% melee attack, 35% range damage, that's huge, okay? Fourth unit, the Dragon Ogres. They don't have the best damage, but they have the best toughness out of everybody here. So their damage is pretty good. I mean, it's not too far off with the Screamers and the Flesh Hounds. Their toughness is just so stellar, and their morale is pretty good too. So these are going to be the troops that tank. If you don't have Dragon Ogres, which I've ranked here at 4. You're going to want to have some Chaos Giants, which I've ranked further down below at 9, who have the second highest toughness. Okay, so the Flesh Hounds have the 3rd highest toughness, and then of course you've got the Hellcannons with the 4th highest toughness, but they're ranged, so hopefully they are never being used for their toughness. Okay, the next unit we have here is the Screamers of Tzinch. Okay, this is the rank 5 unit. They do pretty good damage. They have pretty half-decent damage-death ratio, so I've ranked them at 6. Okay, and then my favorite unit in the game, because they're just so widely available, are the Chaos Warriors. At level 20, keep level 20, you can train the Chaos Warriors. They are tier 3, as you can see here. They actually have, they're actually better at killing than the Chaos Knights. Isn't that crazy? They do more damage than the Chaos Knights. So they are pretty dope. I would definitely be using them if I can. So, anyways, Chaos Warriors, super duper strong. Definitely pay attention to them. Stack a lot of them, and you will succeed. And again, they are widely available. Chaos Chosen aren't available to keep level 25. Chaos Warriors are available at keep 20. So it is realistic that you can have 10 people with Chaos Warriors. Stock your butt full of Chaos Warriors. But don't send just Chaos Warriors. You need to make sure you have some tanks in there. So you get some Chaos Giants in there as well. Okay? We've got the Hellcannons next, just because they have pretty high damage. Their range attack stats pretty low. But for tier 3, they are the next best damage after Chaos Warriors. And then you've got the Mutilith Vortex Beasts, which are tier 4, which is funny that I put them below the 2 tier 3 Hellcannon and Chaos Warriors. They have decent toughness. The problem is their morale is... It's not terrible, right? But it's not that great. I think their morale is like 64 or something. So they're not going to take damage. They're not going to deal that much damage. They're going to take damage before a lot of your other troops, but they're just overall a pretty weak unit in their overall damage. If you can have Dragon Ogres, they literally do like double their damage and have more toughness, so just stick with them. Okay? Then you've got Chaos Giants tier 3. Okay, the Chaos Giants are super duper tanky, as we know. Their damage is pretty pitiful, but at least they're very tanky, so they are rank 9. And that's it. I don't want to go through everybody else. You're welcome to check out this chart yourself. This is just a quick analysis of all troops between keep level 14 and 25. So definitely just, stay tuned for more videos. But if you have to choose between troops reinforcing your base, those are the order you want to pick. Of course, it's subjective, because if you go to your champion skills and you set something different, like say you want to boost cavalry, well, suddenly your Chaos Knights will be stronger than your Chaos Chosen. If you decide you want to boost monsters, maybe your Screamers and your Hounds are going to be rising to the top, and you're going to go God specific. You can always go God specific and just stack a whole lot of Hounds, because they do great damage too, right? They do great damage as well, and they're also very tanky compared to Chaos Chosen. So, yep, just make sure you have the right Warlord defending. The best Warlord kind of set as your defender here to get bonuses. I'm using Undivided right now. So, thanks for watching. Happy Friday, baby. Everybody stay pretty. Randy out. If I can find the off button. Here we go. Randy out, baby.